It's been nearly 1 year since Hurricane Helene devastated our region, and people are still working to recover all around us. All week, we'll be highlighting counties here in our region and just how far they've come in the last year. Joining me now is Greene County Mayor Kevin Morrison and EMA Director Heather Sipe. Thank you both so much for being here today.
Thank you, Ansley.
Well, we know that we're getting ready to hit a big milestone. How are the people of Greene County doing?
Well, the people of Greene County throughout this process have been very strong. And we continue to recover, and we have made a promise that the folks that work for them, we're not going to quit until we're done. So that means that homeowners that are affected, our public property infrastructure damage that's affected, we're going to make sure our roads and bridges are put back. And again, we're going to keep it up until we get back to some form of normalcy before the storm.
And speaking of normalcy, just how close are we to that? How much recovery work is left to be done?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff, of course, the individual assistance side and, you know, the individuals that needed repairs and things like that. That's been going for almost a year, and it's still ongoing. As far as the public assistance side, we've still got some bridges and roads and things that are still under repair and things like that. Those things take time. They take funding. You know, we work with FEMA and also with TEMA to get those infrastructure pieces back in place.
And speaking of projects, let's talk about the money of these. How much have the projects cost, and let's talk about where that money has come from?
Well, up front, the governor set aside $100 million for the disaster-affected counties in a HEAL program. That's the hurricane loan program that the governor established. Greene County got $17.6 million of that money for largely debris removal or debris management and water sewer infrastructure damage. We most recently got notified that we're going to get $5 million more to help with the Greenville Water Station's pumping station that was destroyed during the flood. At special session in January, the state legislature, the General Assembly, passed a bill allowing us to borrow funds or bond funds, basically paying the administrative cost and the interest cost for up to 3 years while we wait to receive reimbursement from FEMA. There's since been another bill offered by Representative Hill here in Sullivan County that give counties additional funds for public infrastructure damage, and the governor and the state legislature have been very generous in doing that.
And just how helpful has that been? I know that, you know, last year we were all standing on a bridge about this time that was totally wiped out, and I know that, you know, we were all just kind of looking at each other like a year from now seems so far away, and now that we're here, just how helpful has that been from state leaders and even beyond?
Well, Greene County has 10 bridges that span the Nolichucky River, of course, and 3 of those remain in some state of dysfunction. So Bird's Bridge we hope to open sometime before November, the middle of November. Easterly Bridge is another question. That's a larger span, so it's going to take much more time to do that. The state's not waiving the requirements to do ecological, archaeological, or environmental studies to put the bridge back. So that's going to be a much longer process, and that's the most frustrating part, is these things are typically flagged as rapid or expedited, but there's really nothing rapid or expedited about them. But and then Conway Bridge in the western part of Greene County that connects us with Cott County is actually their responsibility, but it does connect us to that, and they're in the same position that we are. So it's somewhat of a wait and see game, but we've got the money set aside to do that. FEMA's paying 75% of the cost, the state's picking up the other 20%, and then the locals are largely picking up about 5 to 12.5% depending upon the project.
Well, let's talk about those that do still need some help. We know that business owners and even homeowners are probably still, you know, suffering from the effects of this. What can they do if they still need some help?
Well, obviously, you know, with a lot of, you know, we're a year into it, so a lot of things have kind of concluded and stopped, but we're getting a lot of calls still at the emergency management office, and we call and we give them as much resource information as we can, and they can call our office Monday through Friday 8 to 5, 423-798-1729, and we'll work with individuals, business owners to get them the information that they need to make the contacts they need to get what they need done.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much for taking the time to be here today and to share this. I know that it's crazy to believe that we're here, but it's incredible to see how far everybody's come.
Well, Ansley, we appreciate WJHL and all that you do to highlight our people's road to recovery.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, and leading up to the 1-year mark, we're going to be airing our special After Helene Stories of Strength. That's this Thursday. Be sure to tune in here to News Channel 11 at 7 o'clock.